What's up, witches? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lina Lee, also known as Lina the Jesus Witch here on the interwebs. Today, I'm going to be giving you a tour of my altar. Do you want the altar tour? I could take you to the first, second altar floor. And I promise none of this is a meta altar floor. Just want you to look at my design. This month on the Jesus Witch podcast, I'm talking all about altars in the Bible and why they are important in Christian witchery. So if you want to listen to that full episode of the podcast, you can click the link that's in the description. Also in the description, you can find my Etsy shop and Patreon and other ways to connect with me and my free Discord group, the Jesus Witch Church, and the ministry stuff. All of the things that I do can be found in the description. So check that out. But anyways, this month, we're talking about altars on the Jesus Witch podcast. So I figured that this video could be like a visual element to that episode where I show you my altar in all of her glory. Now, let us do the altar tour. It's my pleasure to be your hot tour guide. I really like my altar. This is what my altar looks like in all of her glory. I'm going to go through and explain the different sections to you. So the first thing I have up here is a witch's broom. I have this for protection and to like keep energy flowing through my altar. Then I have Jack's grandfather's boat here and some shells that he had collected and his lighter and a pin of his. We have a lot of stuff on my altar that belonged to loved ones who passed on. And speaking of them, firstly, this should not be up here, but over here, this is more stuff of loved ones who passed on. My bestie, my aunt, Jack's uncle. We also have a little Archangel Gabriel little people. I put him on my altar just because I wanted Archangel Gabriel, but then I put him with our loved ones that passed on because I felt like that's like a good space for him because he's a heavenly host and they are, in heaven. Hanging down from that, I have my grandmother's rosary. This is one of my pride and joy possessions right here. There's my grandmother too. What's up, girly? Fun fact, her name is Lina, which is my name, and that's also my daughter's name. So below that little area, I have this little wise men still seek him thing that my husband had gotten for me. And behind that, I just have like some pictures of myself and my kids. I have Archangel Gabriel. I have Polaroids of me and my mom and my aunt in there somewhere. I have a little Donatella on my altar. I just love her. There's no reason for her to be there. She will probably move eventually, but for now she's being stored there. This is another thing that Jack got for me because he really liked it. He wanted me to put it on my altar. And this is my bell. I use this when I do tarot readings in person to cleanse my deck between clients. Everything's gonna fall. We have an avalanche. Over here is my magic plate. I do all of my spell work on here. I really like it because it is, rock and glass, so it's fire safe. So I feel more comfortable burning the amount of stuff that I do on there. And over here, I just keep my favorite crystals and whatever candles I'm currently burning. Right now, we got Jesus and my energy protection candle. I like to light that if I am on a Zoom call or talking to my therapist or right now filming a video, like putting a lot of energy out. This is keeping me grounded and keeping all of my energy with me. Over here on the side, I just have some cards that people have given to me, which are different Bible verses. I also have this one here from Sarah that needs to go up on this wall over here. This here is my trinkets wall. I love this. My husband brought this for me. I don't know where he got it, but I absolutely love it. In here, we keep our family tarot deck, which is the Mythic Tarot deck by Trisha Newell. These are my little mini Jesuses. This one I found at the grocery store. This one my friend Mary gave to me. And then behind them, I have my dog Teddy's ashes, some of his fur, and then the little candle that I made for my other dog Trippy, who I didn't really get closure with because he passed away emergently, unfortunately. Then this is some flowers that my son Scott made for me with Legos. Behind that, I have my Astro dice. And I thought it was ironic that when I put his flowers there, the sign behind it was Virgo. He's a Virgo. I have this bird's nest here that my husband found on our front step on his birthday, like a week and a half before I found out I was pregnant with Luna. I thought that was absolutely crazy. And then over here are just like random trinkets like spiders, kids' teeth, bees, wasps. There's a bunch of different jars in there. Just all, like I said, all of this is just trinkets. We have an Elsa because I love Frozen. Love, 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 love Frozen. I have some edible glitter for spell oil making. This is holy water from Bethlehem. My family is actually Palestinian, so this is one of the treasures that my dad had from his great-grandmother from the land that our family was from, and he passed that on to me. This here also belongs to my grandmother. It is her sewing tomato. This and this are the only two things that I have of my grandmother, so they are like my prized possessions. Over here, this is an evil eye plate that I had painted. This is my, I dropped a bunch of bracelets. Oops. This is my most recent addition to my altar, but this is an evil eye plate. I like to put my jewelry on it when I'm done wearing it for the day to just cleanse its energy and any gunk that it had picked up on me. You know, just get it right into the plate. Don't put it back on me kind of thing. I should have mentioned here, this is some moon water made under, I don't even remember what moon it was made under, but it was either Scorpio or Taurus full moon water. I think it was Taurus if I remember correctly. Then this I found one day. I was having a really difficult faith day, and my husband and I went biking with our kids, and I found this right on the floor, so I put that on my altar immediately. I was like, that's a sign from God. This here, this Taurus mug, I like to keep rainwater as a ward in here. You can see it's getting low. I kind of got to re-up that the next time that it rains. I believe that the God of Abraham is a storm god, so I use storm rainwater as protection on my altar. Over here in this thing, these are some tarot decks that I use regularly now that we're getting to spring. I've been using the Ostara Oracle deck, obviously some chime candles. For these drawers up here, I keep the tarot decks that I use pretty regularly, the ones for God, Asherah, Mama Mary, and Jesus. In here, I have my journal and the Gospel of the Stars, because I'm going to read that. I promise I'm going to read it. Then Lilith's tarot deck, and this is actually a tarot deck, a DIY tarot deck that my kids and I made for my husband with 78 reasons why we love him written on there. So it's not artistically beautiful, but it is beautiful for other reasons. Then down here, I keep my pictures. Right now I just have Rasan, but I keep pictures of past loved ones for October when we make our ancestors' altar. And then this is just some paper towel that I use to like package things because I don't waste. I will save this paper towel and use it over and over and over again until it disintegrates before I just throw it out. Down here, I have my tarot book and then just extra deity candles or deity candles that I don't use quite as often. In here, I keep extra spell oils. These are the spell oils that I make for my Etsy shop. They are Bible-based spell oils, so if you want to check them out, you can find my Etsy in the description. And then down here, I have my spiritual planner from Sarah and some miscellaneous boxes and whatnot. I'm not going to bother explaining what's in all of these drawers because they're basically just packaging materials and other things that I need to run a witchy business. However, the top one, this is the Lina drawer. The only thing business related I have in here is packing tape so that I don't lose it because I always lose it. So I have to keep it in a sacred space now. But I have tarot stickers for when I make my candles. I have some more crystal jewelry, some more tarot decks that I use pretty regularly, roses that a follower had sent me from her garden, which is so sweet, just miscellaneous pouches and paint to make deity candles. Then I have this paper that was like really, really, really old, so I want to use it for a spell one day. And I have the rest of my tincture that I had taken while pregnant with Luna because, like, I can't get rid of that. It's magic. It's in here. It's magic. So a lot of my drawer is just chaos. Did you expect anything less? Let's talk about this over here. Let's go from the bottom up. So down here are all of my witchcraft books that I have. I'm not going to lie. I did not read all of these because Jack's friend's mom gave me a bunch of her witchery books when she was done with them. Hi, Saul. You say hi. He meow meow. So she gave me all of these like fantastic, like this one is from her, the Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells, like amazing. Grimoire for the Green Witch. Like she just gave me some really good, this Wicca book in the kitchen, a book about healing fairies. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. This is by Doreen Virtue. Wow. If you've been around Christian witchery for a long time, you know the Doreen Virtue lore. She made a bunch of like Christian witch and angel witch adjacent decks and then became like super evangelical. I feel like I have a relic over here. Up here is more of like the books that I bought and I've read, like Italian folk magic, Jesus through pagan eyes, Power of the Psalms, When God Had a Wife, obviously the iconic Discovering Christian Witchcraft by Mimi and Sarah. Like, hello, this book is fantastic. But yeah, these are all of my witchery adjacent books. Then we have my family nature altar. I put it here so that my kids can also access it because I wanted them to be a part of the nature altar. I have some crystals that are associated with earth signs that my mom got me, a fairy, another fairy, a fairy house, a shell that I made with all of our zodiac signs on it. I don't like the order that I did it in though. I should have started with Taurus and Gemini and then the kids, but I don't know, I did it this weird way, but still, it's cute, it's cute, it's cute. I like the colors. Back here, we have some candles that the boys made, and then in here's all my magic money. So these are just like pennies and miscellaneous coins that I use for my blessing bowl. And speaking of my blessing bowl, this is where she is. This is my blessing bowl. It is super overflowed. I probably should redo it, but I don't know, I like it. I like the way it looks right now, and it's still been working, so I'm going to keep her the way it is, I think. In my blessing bowl, I just put a bunch of things that make me feel abundant, things that my friends get me, little knickknacks, and I like to put my jewelry, specifically my earrings, all around my blessing bowl because I feel like it helps them like become more magical and attract magic. This is a picture of me when I was a baby. Hi, Lina. I just didn't have anywhere else to put that. My mom found that at my aunt's house after she passed away, and I didn't know where else to put little Lina, so I put her here, and that's a good reminder of why I do everything. I want her to be proud of me, and I think she is. I have all my spell oils here, so these are all the spells that I make. Some Venus's spell, Mother Goddess, Choose Joy. We got more Mother Goddess. I have a lot of Mother Goddesses. But that's like my blessing bowl altar. And then this is where I keep my tarot deck that I do talking to Jesus readings for my clients with. I keep it near my blessing bowl, and then I keep it secure in this little pouch with some selenite over it just to keep everything cleansed and energetically good. Last but not least, one of my favorite parts of my altar, my divine feminine altar. Actually, like my favorite part of my altar because like the girlies win. Up here, I have my statue for Asherah, my statue for Venus, some crystals for all of them. This is specifically one of Venus's crystals. Then I have my rose quartz crystal crown. I love to keep that on their altar. I have some nail polishes and my highlighter brush for Venus. Then I have all of my divine feminine deity candles. I have Lilith, Mother Mary, Asherah, and God. God is the only one that gets to hang out on the divine feminine deity altar because Asherah gets him entrance into the club. Then we got Venus's Venus's candle over there. I didn't get a chance to paint it yet, so I just put my friendship bracelet that I made for her on top. And then I have a bunch of flowers. So these are the yellow roses that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. So I surrounded Venus's candle with them. Just because the extra love energy for her, but I just have flowers for all of them. This in the back with the Taurus symbol is just some flowers that are all in there for the divine feminine deities. I probably should clean that out because it's been there for a while. That was the entire altar tour. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you some inspiration of things to put on your altar. And if you don't have an altar, or if you don't have an altar that's this big, you don't need one. I just like having it. It's a nice physical space for me to have, but I don't think that they're a necessity for your practice as long as you create some sort of sacred space for yourself. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to learn more about altars and how they are important for Christian witchery, check out the episode of the Jesus Witch podcast that's linked in the description of this video. You could also find other ways to support my practice, such as my Etsy shop, my Patreon, my free Discord group, all of the good stuff. So anyway, thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!